This is a good question. While I'm at McDonald's drive-thru, I'm going to try to answer it the best way I can. Oh, no, I got to go. All right, I ordered my food. Totally going to regret this order. But hey, so how do you know it's twin flame and not just us getting obsessed? Because you go through a spiritual awakening. You go through a dark night of the soul when it's a twin flame. When it's just a karmic or it's just an obsession, you don't go through a spiritual awakening. You may get depressed, you may be heartbroken, you have a couple nights of crying or a few nights of crying and you feel miserable, but you do not go through a spiritual awakening when it is a karmic or just a regular obsession. I'm going to give you guys an example so you guys can know the difference between a twin flame and an obsession or a karmic. So between 2009 and 2011, I dated this guy on and off, and I was absolutely crazy about him. He had everything that I wanted in a man, everything I wanted in a person to date. We had a lot of fun. We were always laughing. It was very playful, but it wasn't mutual. I was way more into him than he was into me. And even though I was so into him, it was a very toxic relationship because I was the one that's jealous. I was insecure because the feelings were not reciprocated, and I could feel that, right? But I still wanted him, but it was very, that's as far as the toxicity went. He wasn't narcissistic or abusive like some karmics, but it was a karmic relationship because it was just toxic. And even though we broke up and I had all this healing to do, I still didn't get spiritually woken up by him. I still didn't go off and do the work on myself because of him. I went off and did the work years later. Yeah, on my own. I had my own spiritual awakening and stuff. And then, with him, I didn't. And the other way that you can also know is months later, years later, if you look at photos of them, of that ex that you were crazy about, you're not going to feel anything. When it's your twin flame, you see their photo months later or years later, let's say you haven't talked to them in 10, 13, 15 years, your heart's going to be your heart will literally skip a beat. I kid you not. You will feel a crazy sensation. So what I'm trying to get at is that only twin flames are the only ones that can trigger your spiritual awakening and make you go through a dark night of the soul. You're going to go through hell and back and basically learn what unconditional love is, because you're going to grow that self-love for yourself. You're going to learn to surrender to the journey. You're going to want to share what that unconditional love is, because this is a divine journey. This was created for you. This is for you to share what that unconditional love is, because you're here to serve a purpose. You're here to serve a mission. Karmics will never do this to you. Karmics are toxic. Twin flames are not. And I need you guys to remember that. Thank you.